thank you all for being here tonight. You probably don't have to, but you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Alyson Croft.
Eric Sonderland.
I just want to say what, well, everyone knows what they did.
Oh, so I wrote it and acted in it and produced, I guess?
I would say you produced it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And, well, I started out volunteering to record sound, ended up being the camera operator and directing because, you know, Alyson was acting, and did a little editing of the outside scenes as well.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, Eric. Yay, Eric. And Johnny did our trailer. Johnny, awesome Johnny, right there. He's the best. He makes the trailer look better than the film, so he's killer. And Ryan Young is here. He did the coloring.
Well, I'm very happy that, because I didn't get to do your Q&A last month, and this is the last night I get to do Q&As, because the staff has told me I've got to be in the lobby from now on. So I get to do your Q&A here,
Yeah,
so I'm very excited because I really love this film, and I think it's just so well done, and particularly the writing and the acting, which I think has something to do with you.
Thank you.
And although I want to say, I've noticed one thing, which is the sun is out when you're first riding the bike, and then it's dark when you get there.
Yeah.
Which means you went a really long way.
I drove, but yes, very long way.
Yeah,
I think
but
the idea is that I had like a DUI of some sort,
Yeah.
so I'm using the bike to get around.
But using the bike for quite a distance
Quite a
too.
distance.
Like,
And then lights appeared on there real quick too.
yeah, your
Didn't
character's
mention that.
dedicated. Yeah, the lights on the bike. Yeah.
Yeah, the lights on the bike.
But just wonderfully well written, and I believe I sent you an email about myself being a divorced person and whatnot, and that very few films are as authentic as yours about the relationship, and I just find it so impressive. And I find it particularly impressive that you actually do let the Wayne character, they're overall kind of an asshole, but we do see why. Like, we see the pain he has, and pain and fear, and that, like, you actually are very fair, I think, in your screenplay.
Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I did had to beef up to make it a little more equal, because it was like, damn, this guy is a jerk. Like, so I had to give him a little more. So they were both equally, I think, as kind of nasty in their own way. So thanks for saying that.
Yeah, although in this particular conversation, she is asking for something that I think is pretty reasonable, especially with the 3 years, and he feels a little less reasonable. But that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've been there, so you know it gets ugly quick, and good people turn into, you know, shitty people.
I actually try explaining that to people that, well, I guess we don't have to talk about that, but.
We could be here forever. The
But,
corrupt system of family
but I'm
court, yeah.
curious, was it originally written for the stage? Because
No.
it has a stage feel.
It does, because it's like all chronological and all kind of like doesn't bounce around in terms of time. But I'm a playwright first, so I do dialogue really well, and so this kind of became it was an exercise really that turned into becoming more than that. So picked up on that too, yeah. So.
Excellent. And what was the process from script to deciding to shoot it?
It was written. There was a rough draft written first. It was more of a cathartic kind of thing for me to do, and then I got this camera, and then we were collaborating on some stuff, and we just said, let's go shoot this. We used a friend's house, which was great, for her beautiful kitchen. And then we stole all the shots that are outside there. Some random person's house, and I'm sure someone at some point is gonna be like, that was my house, you know?
Do you think they came home
They
right
did.
when we finished? Some guy pulled around the corner into that garage, and he's like, he probably saw us on their Ring camera or something. He's like, what's going on down there?
As a 50-plus year San Fernando Valley resident, I just love seeing Kling Street sign.
People keep bringing up Kling Street.
It's
a
just
long
right
street.
there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a long street, but I'm like, oh, that's, you know,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of wonderful touches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I grew up in that neighborhood. sort of. So that was the fun part for me, driving through with the bike. It's like, oh, sheesh, I feel like I'm 13 driving through the streets, so.
For sure, for sure. Well, we can open it up to questions from the audience. People want to throw up hands. I can keep throwing praise while you think about it. Anybody?
No, thanks, I'll take the praise. Meg!
Well, I don't really have a question, but I just want to say that I love it and I can so relate on so many levels, and you made me laugh. So thank you so much, both of you. It was wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you want to share the process of your coming on board? This one's
Sure.
better here. I should have the shitty mic.
Sure.
I should have the good one.
So, I know Al from, a mutual group of friends. And, we started just thinking of ways of, I was interested in doing location sound. I'm an audio engineer. I worked with music for years and, and she's like, well, I got this little thing I wanted to shoot and I wanted to get this camera and she goes, if I get this camera, maybe you can figure out how to use it. And I was like, okay. So dropped the camera off. I spent about a week with it, figuring it out. And I started to build a little sound kit. And we had a friend who let us use her space. And, in a sense, it was an experiment. But I'll tell you, when we wrapped that day, first of all, I was in awe watching Alyson and Hunter perform. It's because I'd never been on a set, even though it was a tiny skeleton crew set, I'd never been in the presence of actual incredible performances like that, like in the room. I've seen them in movies and this and that. I'm like, this is world class. You two are fantastic, right? So when I drove home that day, I was overtaken with like a feeling like this is really cool. I had an experience today that I've never had before, and I feel like I was part of something. And I know it was, who the hell knows what it looks like, we saw what it looks like. There's things that, maybe next time we'd do different, but like, it was literally like, let's go for this. Alyson has years of experience, but this was your first time as a filmmaker. Certainly my first time. You mentioned that it had sort of like the
Stage play.
play feel, and the fact that it's essentially started out as one location, the kitchen, and they just went at it. We were like, let's keep it simple. Let's have a wide and over the shoulders, and that's all we knew how to do at the time. Well, you knew more, but we didn't have much time, and there was a lot of yelling, and we were, we were borrowing the kitchen from a friend who probably was like, oh my God, they won't stop yelling. But then Alyson thought, I think it needs to be bookended, and so then we decided to hit the streets, and I had a camera in my minivan, the side door open, Himes was driving, Alyson was on the bike, we're following each other, we're using whatever we can to find light. We found that house because it had a lot of light on that corner. We're like, here. And, so things just sort of worked out, and we worked with what we were given, and we said, let's make it work because the story was there, you know what I mean? And that scene where Al is talking to her sponsor outside.
Malik Berger, up
Malik,
there. Thank you, Malik.
That scene was Al all on her own initially, right? Anticipating what Malik would say, and she has a relationship with this woman, so she kind of knows. But that was incredible. You had written it, but the timing, and then we got the audio from Malik, and we were able to cut it in, and so it just really came together in a very organic way, working with, just enough.
Nice.
Wonderful. There we go.
I have a question. Hi. I know that your child obviously is both involved in the movie and to some extent, we know each other. So
Yeah.
different parts of our lives that I think are important to like have kids understand. But how was that working with your child, and do they like acting? How did they feel about the subject matter?
So Oliver is not much of an actor. He comes to class because I teach class twice a week, and so he'll come because I have him. So he just absorbs by being there. But that bit, the editor JJ, who's not here tonight, who did a great job editing, he said we need some footage of a kid. And I was like, I got a kid sitting here playing a video game right now. I said, well, let me take some stuff of him, and I shot it over to him. And then I think it was Johnny that said, listen, I don't think the kid should be hearing this. This is really shitty parenting. Throw some earphones on him. So we threw some ear things on him, and then just kind of put that in. So he wasn't there to hear it.
Right.
He's seen it, but he wasn't there for the whole, bit of that, so.
And he understands you make things up when you write.
Yeah, of course, yeah, he understands that, but,
I guess we have time for another question or two. I thought I'd throw that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you how proud not only I am, but Uncle Tony, Mommy, Dad, Bubby, your mom. You have done the damn thing, Ally.
Love
And
you.
we have made our ancestors so proud, and it is an honor to have anything to do with this. And you just keep shining, baby girl. Shine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucy.
Do we want to end? Oh, one more, yeah. There was someone.
I loved it, and you were great on your mic writing skills as well.
Thank you.
But you kind of answered it already, but I was questioning, I was waiting for the son to interact with the parents, and your choice as a writer, regardless of your Ollie not being interested in having lines, for the script itself, to not have that interaction with the child not getting involved. What was your choice on that?
Well, I think a lot of this stuff, which I'm actually going through now, but that's another story that I won't get into now, but when you get into the court situation, fighting over custody, there's lots of talk about winning and losing. And nobody wins and loses in that. The only person that suffers or is affected is the kid. And so not having him have a voice in it was kind of like a symbolic of that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And I was so glad that we got a second shot at it, because for those who don't know, the film was mixed and it played in the big theater next door last month without dialogue. This film cannot play without dialogue.
It's kind of hard. It was spotty with the sound. Like
but
it came in and
but
out.
congratulations, it's really great work, and it's an honor to show it.
Thank you for including us. We really appreciate it.